Good morning, guys. It's April 6th today. Today is Wednesday, and I'm recording the video for end of day April 5th, which was Tuesday, yesterday basically. So I didn't do the end of day video in the night because I was doing gardening. I took the gardening project, in the house. So I was just redesigning my garden. So, so my days are going there now. So but anyway, so closing, so these are the running comments, 4470 to 4510. Last week was a good first step for midterm buyers, and this week they have to maintain above this area to confirm it, right? And now you can see it this week, which is today is a Wednesday, right? So we have Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. These 3 days they have to maintain. They failed to do so here, right? But they have to maintain above this, right? And they have to get a close higher up both of this level by end of this Friday. That was the whole idea here as a confirmation week this week, right? And you can see it price now almost here. See my point? So it's like before you do something, for the long term basis, you have to give some breathing room, like 1 or 2 weeks, to see really whatever happened in the past, it's a legit or fake, So but anyway, this is a running comment. Yes, this week is all about 41 45 41 44 45 29 45 10 today, right? And you can see its price still keeps coming back into this area. Today is all about 68.72 and 56.59. See, this is very good, right? 68.72 breakout attempt failed, a short came from there, 68.72 sliced through 56.59 in the later in the day. 56.59 price exhausted to the upside, and then there was a sell off right from there. See, areas are very important. I'm telling you, some intraday sellers active, but above both areas and at both areas, this areas. And buyers will do their best to defend this territory. I prefer yesterday's buyers to keep it above these two areas. That means if they don't do that, they failed. That means price will go down. Now, due to yesterday means Monday's up move, we have no choice, right? But we have to stick with longs as long as price is holding above. Ideally this area, right? That is what I said in the Discord. Ideally about this area, do not think about short. Now below this area you are ready to short, and price will slice through this area only if trend down day scenario. See, everything was up, right, before I wrote this note, but still I put this statement on purpose specifically, right? Otherwise you don't see any trend down scenario me talking about this thing in last few days note, right? So here I specified it unless it's a trend down day scenario. So that was one of the idea, that price may do that kind of behavior, So NQ, stick with buyers as long as price is above yesterday's low, which was 883. So NQ and ES, basically Russell, all of them, like I was saying, focus on longs, at exhaustion, or aggressive, whatever you see in real time, but focus on longs more. But unless if this thing is going on, step aside, and then wait for price to clear out all the areas, key areas, and then you are ready to short at pullback, So in Discord, for NQ I said yesterday's low, Russell I said 60, 2160, sorry, I think 2060. NQ I said 883, Monday's low. ES I said 4144. I said if price goes through all of them, then wait for a pullback in the noon to take your short. Then you are open for short, So now Russell, I'm not going to cover it here because I'm running out of time, right? Because today is almost 8:56 and 9 o'clock I have to go back to my Discord. But Dow, it is all about this, right? Russell, it is all about this. Crude, if you stayed long about this, right? All this thing, good stuff. This became the R, and you can read through it. Dream number 144, 188. right? So let's start here. So in this code also I said 87, 85, 87 along with NQ's one of the level. I said it, that price may react, and it did reacted it, that was one of the idea also. But anyway, that was not the stuff I want to talk about. So 41, 44, this area above, focus on buyers. See, that was the idea. NQ above 883, focus on buyers. Okay, so no shorts. Price goes below, then you are looking for a pullback short. Okay, so in the morning I did not do any activities in ES, right? Because I was looking for price to either pull back to yesterday's low or something else, but it just shoots higher, right? While NQ was coming down. So there was a clear divergence between those two indexes. So I didn't want to do anything, in ES especially. And momentum was below zero line. So long even I cannot go even. Momentum was below zero line, all this thing. AD, it was not that strong, but it was okay. It was rising. So yeah, it makes a case for higher up, right? But price gap down actually. It should have been, open around here, but instead it's gap down. Something is off, NQ was 144 dream number. See here, it got rejection from here. See, dream numbers are very powerful, right? And then it was holding this 114, 114, 114, couple of breakdown attempts, right? So I took this long in the pre-market around this, right below 114 to target 144 dream number, But instead of putting a dream number, since it was already responded, I put it at 132, yesterday's dream number. And then I got, filled here. So, and then I was just waiting because NQ was ping-ponging while this thing was going higher. Something was off while momentum was completely below zero line, right? So I didn't do anything here. Then NQ came down all the way to 57, right? So, which is right here in this area, these lines. And ES came down to 41, 44, close enough, right? So this one was 41, 44 area. Where is it? 1040, 1040 here, right? So ES did not quite get to this support, right? Otherwise I would have went long, or gone long because NQ was into support, right? So instead of ES, I got long in NQ at 57, that is what I said in Discord. At 54 I took the long, just a reactionary back to 80, or 80 or 75, 80 area, right? Or is this VWAP, at the same time PMI news came and price filled me up here, right? So that's the trade I took it. Because I was watching ES, the way it came down close to this 41, 44, right? This area. So I was watching this. I was watching Russell also. It was also, I think, close to one of that support, So based on all that thing, and the way NQ came down all the way from here, I thought before 10:30 it will do one pullback, into this area somewhere, So that's why I took this long. It was aggressive long and it was not an ideal long because it may continue to go down also, right? But considering this much chop and fighting and now it flushed down, right? It will pull back up. That was the idea. Considering ES was also nearby, right? So ES there was no trade here, but NQ there was a trade because NQ we can do line to line, right? So I took this trade, right? So then, because we are supposed to favor longs, right? And then just, price just sliced through it, correct? So I did not do anything here, okay? And then ES went up, same as NQ, and this VWAP players, this pure VWAP players, 45, 64. So 65 is the level I gave in Discord, that 65 is a line in sand after looking at this, and 65 pretty much held here, right? But I did not take the trade here. Now momentum was completely below zero, right? AD was liquidation kind here, so you can see it, right? So this was a short based on the VWAP only, not the level, and my statement about line in sand, okay? So, but you can see it was here, it was random in between, so there was no trade. And also to the fact that 41, 44, 45, 44 above buyers are there is no point taking a short here, so you have to just let it go some days, So then price went down, and now here it responded and then failed. So now at this point, after 12:30 onwards, now you are ready to go short. No more longs, So then price also came down in NQ here, right? So around 12:30, NQ also went below this 883 area, right? Now you are ready to take a short. Till then you can continue to take a long in NQ, which was this 921 area. Also I highlighted in Discord that 921, So, and then you can also take couple of longs here also, But by this time you can see it was stepping down, right? So there is no point taking a long intraday against these sellers, So that's why now you have to let it go here, And then you have to wait for it to flush down, and then you are ready to short. So when it flushed down here, ES and NQ below key levels, Russell went below 60. Now you are ready for afternoon pullback short. Now you are not crazy enough to short right here, right? Because it's way down. So you want to wait for a bigger pullback, right? Which is this yesterday's low, this area 56.50, and NQ first hour low right here, and also this 921, 930 area, right? Now you can take a short here. Combination, confluence, all this thing close to this VWAP, all this thing, right? Now you can take a short, and then you can target this low or potentially lower, up to you, After that, there was a balance here, right? Price was holding this area. You're not supposed to short here, and then there is a breakdown. You can take this after 3 p.m., this after 3 p.m., and these are the levels. You can take a profit here, up to you, however you want to do it, right? And that be all for today, which is Tuesday of April 6th, and I'll see you tomorrow.